second video. What treatment am I on? I am on Velcade, Decimethrin. I don't know how they say it, but they call it Des, and Revlimid. So once a week. It was twice a week, but I was having adverse reactions. So they put me in once a week. I go in and I get a Velcade shot and a dexamethasone shot, and I take the Revlimid at home for 14 days and then 7 days off, or however how that works out. And my numbers have been going down for the melanoma numbers. And I know I'm saying this wrong, but I had 11,000, whatever. I need to figure out which lab this is. But now I'm down at 241, which is going to lead me to a stem cell transplant, which I'm not excited about. It sounds fucking horrible. And my mom is going to take care of Ava the best she can. My father's going to move in. They are divorced since I was 14. Well, actually they broke up when I was 2.5, but you know, they get along pretty well. But I'm sure it's going to be wholly different living together, because you know, my mother is in her 70s, so is my father. So this is going, you know, so I'm Ava's primary caregiver. So this is going to be interesting because she has high needs, but I'm sure they're going to get it done. I have another cousin that said she'd fly in, but my mom says she's good with my father. And I'll have people to help. Hopefully my friend will come over once a week and braid Ava's hair for me. So that's one less thing they have to worry about. And all this and that. So the stem cell transplant should be happening late May, June. So I think I'm going to do a video a day with my stem cell transplant and how that works, if I can, because you know, they take out my stem cells, then they wipe me out with some severe chemo. All my hair is going to come out, so I'm going to cut it beforehand. But you see, my hair's been thinning. I don't know if it's... When I went to the dermatologist, he said it's either alopecia or stress. He thought it was something else. They took my a piece of biopsy of my scalp, and it wasn't that, LPP or something, he said. So it's just alopecia or stress, which I've had stress forever, so I'm sure that could possibly be it. So either way, my side effects, I've had many side effects to these drugs. Like, I guess Velcade can give you styes in your eyes. So I definitely had the styes. The Revlimid, I definitely had the diarrhea. But my group that I'm on Facebook, they said buy Imodium, and I bought Imodium before I could even, I even got the Revlimid. So I take the Imodium, but you know, the diarrhea is large and in charge. After my treatments, because I got COVID, so I didn't go to the treatments for a month, like, which I thought was a bit excessive, but a month. And then when I went back for 2 weeks, they tested me each week to see if I had COVID, which I thought was like overkill, but you know, we're dealing with cancer patients here, so they don't want to get anybody else sick. So the last 2 weeks, I've been feeling really sluggish and tired, and walking slow, like an old lady or whatever. So next week, I see the doctor, and I'm gonna bring it up. I keep a notebook with the questions I want to ask. Do I understand my labs? No. Am I vested in understanding my labs? No. I have so much on my plate and so much to do, and I feel like I'm getting the cancer fog sometimes, where I don't remember things, or things are slow to get to me or whatever, like come out of my mouth. So I have a lot going on, and delving into these labs is not my number one concern. I just want to be on a positive realm. So my treatment, I have been very receptive to it. Clearly my numbers are going down a lot, even though when I was out a month, I was still taking the Revlimid. They didn't know that, because it was like a miscommunication between the doctor and the pharmacist, because the pharmacist told me to take it. I guess they wanted me off of it, everything, for a month. So my numbers went down with just the Revlimid. So I guess that's good. Also, with Massachusetts, I probably should do a video on this if somebody else wants to know. Because Ava has epilepsy and medical conditions, I have my primary insurance, and then we have the secondary policy that we got through Mass Health. So I have a friend, so the secondary policy pays everything that my other insurance doesn't pay, which is good. So my friend was like, well, she works for Mass Health, why don't you apply for the secondary policy? So I did, and I was so worried that I would not get it, right? Now, mind you, I had like $4,000 worth of bills, and the secondary policy paid it. Thank you, Massachusetts. Like, one of the best reasons for being in Massachusetts. But I was so concerned that I wasn't going to get it. Like, I was like, oh, I don't need more bad news, blah, 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 blah. And I got good news. And I have to say my mental health was happy for a little bit. Also, my mental health, I'll do a video on that too. But that's my treatment.